Hey guys, it's that time of the year. We're getting geared up for life groups here at First Church of God. And one of the interesting things about this season of life groups is we have finally settled on a name that we're going to call them and identify them by here in our church. I know you've probably heard them called journey groups or small groups. We've chosen life groups because we want to talk about life together. And so that's going to be the series we're going to start on September the 9th. And I want you to be here and be a part of that because I'm going to talk to you about the importance of being in a community. Now, the community I'm talking about, we love being in Winchester and Clark County, our community here, but also we want to be in community here in the life of our church, in our congregation. And so in order to do that, we have to be in a small group. Small groups are so important because they really make up the foundation of the church. The early church in the book of Acts, if you'll begin to read and study, began in the homes of people. And then what they would do is they would meet on the day of worship at the house of God, at the temple or the synagogues, until eventually the Jews began to realize they didn't want the Christians a part of their fellowship any longer. And so that's how the church began to launch. So the church began in the home, in a small group. I'll tell you someone who's a big proponent of life groups or small groups, that's Jesus. I mean, think about his whole ministry here on earth. He didn't walk among large coliseums of people, even though he spoke to large crowds. But most of the work that he did, and most of the significant work he did, was in a small group with 12 disciples, 12 other people. 12 is a perfect number for a small group. So that's one of the metrics we're going to use to gauge our small groups this season. Actually, we think there's several groups probably that could multiply, make more groups. So we're going to be talking about group multiplication, but we want you to be a part of one. One of the things I've noticed in a small group, I have so many people say, how can I use my spiritual gifts? One of the best ways is to be a part of a small group because all of the spiritual gifts that we can have in our lives work out best when we're a part of a small group ministry, okay? So that's just part of our growth, it's part of our discipleship, and it's really part of the DNA of who we are here at First Church of God now because one of the things we emphasize in our core values is to be a part of that small group setting. There's a variety of opportunities for you to be a part of these, and we just want you to sign up. If this is your first time, go ahead and try it. I know you may be a little nervous. You might not know who's going to be in the group, but that's okay. I know there's a lot of new folks here in the congregation, and it's a great way to meet people. It's a great way to build friendships, but more importantly, it's a great way to grow and serve others, okay, and especially others in our community at large. So what we're going to be doing this year, we're going to be talking about life together. And so the series we're going to start on September the 9th that will run for 6 weeks is going to be a series about growing spiritually, serving others, and building relationships. Those are the things that are really part of who we are at First Church of God because we really believe in being connected. And the best way to connect is being a part of a life group ministry, okay? So we're going to be doing life together. We want you to get connected, and we want to see what God can do in the life of as you grow in your faith, with your family, and with your friends, okay? So be sure and sign up. I know you'll enjoy it, and we can't wait to have you. God bless you.